ದೇಶದ ಪ್ರಧಾನಿ ನರೇಂದ್ರ ಮೋದಿಜಿಯವರಿಗೆ ಗೃಹ ಸಚಿವ ಅಮಿತ್ ಶಾ ಜಿಯವರಿಗೆ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರಾದಂಥ ಮಾನ್ಯ ನಡ್ಡಾ ಅವರಿಗೆ ದಾರಿ ಬಿಡಪ್ಪ, ಯಾಕಪ್ಪ ಹಂಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? ದೇಶದ ಪ್ರಧಾನಿ ನರೇಂದ್ರ ಮೋದಿಜಿಯವರಿಗೆ, ಸಚಿವರಾದಂಥ ಅಮಿತ್ ಶಾ ಜಿಯವರಿಗೆ, ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರಾದಂಥ ನಡ್ಡಾ ಅವರಿಗೆ ನಾನು ಕೃತಜ್ಞತೆಯನ್ನು ಸಲ್ಲಿಸ್ತೇನೆ. 75 ವರ್ಷ ದಾಟಿದಂಥವ್ರಿಗೂ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಯಾವುದೇ ಸ್ಥಾನಮಾನ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ. ಆದರೆ ಯಡಿಯೂರಪ್ಪನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅಭಿಮಾನ ಇಟ್ಟು ಈ 2 ವರ್ಷ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಯಾಗಿ ಅಧಿಕಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲ ಶಾಸಕರು, ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಜನತೆಯ ಪರವಾಗಿ ಪ್ರಧಾನಿ ನರೇಂದ್ರ ಮೋದಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಅಮಿತ್ ಶಾ ಸಲ್ಲಿಸ್ತೇನೆ. ಈ 2 ತಿಂಗಳ ಹಿಂದೆನೆ ರಾಜೀನಾಮೆ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ನಿರ್ಧಾರ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೆ. ಆದರೆ ಇವತ್ತು 26ನೇ ತಾರೀಕು 2 ವರ್ಷ ತುಂಬುವ ಶುಭ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ರಾಜೀನಾಮೆ ಕೊಡೋದು ಸೂಕ್ತ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ನಾವು ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿ ನಾನು ರಾಜೀನಾಮೆಯನ್ನು ಗವರ್ನರ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಬಂದಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಅವರು ಅಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಾನು ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ಪ್ರಧಾನಿ ಅಮಿತ್ ಶಾ ನಡ್ಡಾ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಅಭಿನಂದನೆಯನ್ನು ಸಲ್ಲಿಸ್ತೇನೆ. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಜನತೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ವರ್ಷ ಕಾಲ 4 ಬಾರಿ ಅವಕಾಶವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಜನತೆಗೆ ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಶಿಕಾರಿಪುರ ತಾಲೂಕಿನ ಜನ 7 ಬಾರಿ ಶಾಸಕರನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಮರೆಯಕ್ಕಾಗುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅವರು ಈ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಲ್ಲಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಪ್ರೈಮ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ನರೇಂದ್ರ ಶಿಕಾರಿಪುರ ತಾಲೂಕಿನ ಜನ ಈ ಉನ್ನತ ಸ್ಥಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಅವಕಾಶ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಟ್ಟ ಶಿಕಾರಿಪುರ ತಾಲೂಕಿನ ಜನತೆಯನ್ನ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಮರೆಯಕ್ಕಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅವ್ರಿಗೂ ಸಹ ನಾನು ಕೃತಜ್ಞತೆಯನ್ನು ಈ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಲ್ಲಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಐ ಆಮ್ ಗ್ರೇಟ್ಫುಲ್ ಟು ಪ್ರೈಮ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ನರೇಂದ್ರ ಮೋದಿಜಿ and also Home Minister Amit Shah ji and All India President Nadda ji has given opportunity to serve as people of Karnataka for 2 years as Chief Minister. Entire country after 17 years, nobody has given opportunity. Whereas Yadiyurappa, they have given opportunity to me even after 75 years. From last 2 years, because of their blessings, I am able to work as Chief Minister of Karnataka. For that, I will be grateful to our Prime Minister and Home Minister and also All India President. And also people of Karnataka, they have blessed me like anything. Particularly Shikaripura Taluk people have blessed me anything. And 7 times they made me MLA from their that constituency. For that also I will be grateful to them. ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ಕಾರ್ಯಕರ್ತರು ನನ್ನ ಪರವಾಗಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ದುಡಿದಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಸಹ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಜನತೆಗೂ ಸಹ ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ಅಭಿನಂದನೆಯನ್ನು ಸಲ್ಲಿಸ್ತೇನೆ. ಈಗ ತಾನೇ ರಾಜ್ಯಪಾಲರಿಗೆ ನನ್ನ ಮನವಿಯನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇನೆ, ರಾಜೀನಾಮೆ ಪತ್ರವನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಅವರು ಅಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಪ್ರೀತಿಯಿಂದ ಕಳಿಸ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ರಾಜ್ಯಪಾಲರಿಗೂ ಸಹ ನಾನು ಅಭಿನಂದನೆಯನ್ನು
ಸಹಜವಾಗಿ ಒಂದು ಕುತೂಹಲ ಮನೆ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಸರ್. ಒಬ್ಬ ಜನನಾಯಕ ನಿರ್ಗಮನ ಆಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ 40 ವರ್ಷದ ಸಕ್ರಿಯ ರಾಜಕಾರಣದಲ್ಲಿ
I've just given in my resignation.
ನಾನು
handed my resignation to the governor.
ನಾನೇ ನಿರ್ಧಾರ ಮಾಡಿ ಇವತ್ತು 26ನೇ ತಾರೀಕು 2 ವರ್ಷ ತುಂಬಿರುವಂಥ ಈ ಶುಭ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ರಾಜೀನಾಮೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರಿಗೂ ಅವಕಾಶ ಸಿಗಬೇಕು, ಬೇರೆಯವರು ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಅವಕಾಶ ಸಿಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ನಾನೇ ವಾಲಂಟಿಯರ್ ರಾಜೀನಾಮೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇನೆ ಹೊರತು ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಧಾನಿ ಆಗಲಿ, ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರಾಗಲಿ, ಅಮಿತ್ ಶಾ ಆಗಲಿ ಯಾರ್ದು ಒತ್ತಾಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಾನೇ ವಾಲಂಟಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿ ರಾಜೀನಾಮೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಜನತೆಗೆ ಈ ಅವಕಾಶ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಟ್ಟದ್ದಾಗಿ ಅಭಿನಂದನೆಯನ್ನು ಸಲ್ಲಿಸಿ ವಿಶೇಷವಾಗಿ ಶಿಕಾರಿಪುರ ತಾಲೂಕಿನ ಕಾರ್ಯಕರ್ತರಿಗೆ ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ಅಭಿನಂದನೆಯನ್ನು ಸಲ್ಲಿಸ್ತೇನೆ. ಬಹಳ ಮುಖ್ಯವಾಗಿ ನೀವು ಮಾಧ್ಯಮದ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರು ನನ್ನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಬಹಳ
I have given the resignation by myself. There was no pressure. I want to give a new person a chance, a new face to grow in the state of Karnataka.
ಭಾರತೀಯ ಜನತಾ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಧಿಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಬರೋ ದಿವಸಗಳಲ್ಲೂ
I request the people of Karnataka to give an opportunity to another face to grow and lead the BJP to victory.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. ಮುಂದೆ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ ಯಾರಾಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ
Whatever said and done, we want the BJP to win the following term in Karnataka, which is why we need a strong leadership. I request the people of Karnataka to support the new face who will be appointed as the Chief Minister.
ನೂರಕ್ಕೆ ನೂರು ರಾಜಕೀಯ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಂದುವರೆದು ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಒಟ್ಟಾಗಿ ಸೇರಿ ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ಭಾರತೀಯ ಜನತಾ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಯನ್ನ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಧಿಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ ತರಕ್ಕೆ ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇದೆಯೋ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾಳೆಯಿಂದ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ. ಯಾವ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೂ ರಾಜಕೀಯದಿಂದ ಹಿಂದೆ ಸರಿಯೋ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಾನು ಕಾರ್ಯಕರ್ತರ ಜೊತೆ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ, ಜನರ ಜೊತೆಗಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಪಕ್ಷ ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಎತ್ತರಕ್ಕೆ ಬೆಳೆಸಿದೆ.
There is no way that I will leave the side of the BJP. I will continue to work as a BJP leader, continue to campaign for the BJP. There's no way that I will let go of my support for the party in Karnataka. I will still continue to do my work and campaign hectically for the benefit of the BJP party in Karnataka, and we will work collectively as a unit.
ರಾಜ್ಯಪಾಲರು ನನ್ನ ರೆಸಿಗ್ನೇಷನ್ ಅಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಯಾವ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೂ ಸಹ ಅಟಲ್ ಬಿಹಾರಿ ವಾಜಪೇಯಿ ಅವರೇ ದೇಶದ ಪ್ರಧಾನಿಯಾಗಿದ್ದಾಗ ನನ್ನ ಕೇಂದ್ರಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಸಚಿವರಾಗಿ ಎಂದು ನಾನು ಬೇಡ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ. ಯಾವುದೇ ರಾಜ್ಯಪಾಲರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ನಾನು ಪಕ್ಷದ ಸಂಘಟನೆಯನ್ನು ಬಲಪಡಿಸೋಕ್ಕೆ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಗ್ರರಾತ್ರಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ ಹೊರತು ಯಾವುದೇ ಸ್ಥಾನಮಾನ ಕೇಳಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾವುದೇ ಸ್ಥಾನಮಾನ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ನಾನು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಪಕ್ಷವನ್ನು ಬಲಪಡಿಸೋಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ ಅನ್ನೋ ಭರವಸೆಯನ್ನು ರಾಜ್ಯದ 6.5 ಕೋಟಿ ಜನರಿಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ.
There is no question of breaking away or starting a new fraction or another party. My commitment is towards the BJP in Karnataka and ensuring their victory. I will make sure that we work as a team.
ಅವರೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಸಹಕಾರ ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ ಇದೆ. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಸಹ ಮುಂದೇನೂ ಸಹ ಈ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿಯನ್ನು ಹೊತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅನ್ನೋ ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ ಇದೆ. ಮುಂದೆ ಬರುವಂಥ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗೂ ಸಹ ಎಲ್ಲ ರೀತಿಯ ಸಹಕಾರ ನಾನು
Whoever is going to be
okay, very interesting comments coming in there from outgoing Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa. His resignation has been accepted by the Karnataka governor. All eyes now on who will replace Mr. Yediyurappa. He's made a couple of very interesting comments. He says that there is no question of him leaving the BJP. He will work for and with the party after his exit as Chief Minister. He's also importantly said that he resigned of his own volition. There was no pressure from the top brass. Comment directly from the outgoing Chief Minister of Karnataka. Nabila is with me live on this. Nabila, you know, all the political energy right now in Bengaluru must be focused on the announcement of the next Chief Minister. The people of Karnataka, the people of Bengaluru will all be wanting to know that more than anything else, because there should be no, gap in governance. There needs to be leadership continuity. Mr. Yediyurappa has said that he has not recommended or nominated anyone, even though we know that is usually something that happens in these cases. Maybe it's not something you can say out in public, but all eyes now on the next man in that chair, Nabila.
Most definitely, Shiv. In fact, what we heard Yediyurappa speak right outside the Raj Bhavan was slightly different. The emotion, the tone, the tenor from what he spoke from inside Vidhan Sauda. At Vidhan Sauda, he was very teary-eyed, almost hit out at the union, or in fact at the BJP High Command there, saying that they have tested him time and again. Agni Pariksha all the way for him. Even before the cabinet expansion, he had to run around for floods. Even before COVID-19 pandemic, they were in fact, there was already talk of him resigning resigning. So for him, it really was a test of time. He almost hit out at the BJP High Command, but right when he came out, when it appears that emotions settled, he's gone to the Raj Bhavan, submitted his resignation to the governor, comes outside, speaks to the media and says all is well. He says that he's in fact thanked the BJP High Command for giving him a chance to become the Chief Minister post the age of 75, which never has happened in the past anywhere else in the country. He says, I am lucky. The BJP High Command reposed their faith in me time and again, and multiple times gave me an opportunity to represent the state of Karnataka as the Chief Minister. He says that whoever is going to be the next Chief Minister, he's going to handhold them and ensure that BJP is taken to victory in 2023.
It's interesting.
In fact, he says
it's interesting, Nabila, how he has said, I have not nominated anyone. You know, I'm kind of stuck on that point because, you know, I find that a little hard to believe. I'm a little skeptical about that. Someone as powerful and with the kind of following that Mr. Yediyurappa had, you know, I would imagine that would have been the minimum. Mr. R.K. Upadhyay is also with us. Would you agree with that, sir? That Mr. Yediyurappa obviously must have had some kind of an input on who the next Chief Minister is going to be. The other things he has said, Mr. Upadhyay, is no question of leaving the BJP. I will continue to be in politics. I will work hard to strengthen the BJP in the state.
Well, I think it's a bit of exaggeration because you mentioned some names, but I feel that the command would have.
Okay, very, I profuse apologies to our viewers and Mr. R.K. Upadhyay for that bad link. We're going to try and disconnect with him and reconnect maybe at a later time. So we will not go back to him right now until that is fixed. Nagarjun Dwarkanath breaking this story is with me live. Naga, very interesting points. Had no word on the successor, will continue to stay with the party. There was no pressure from the High Command. I mean, these are some of the things that, you know, need to be said at a time like this, obviously, to make sure that, you know, there are no speed bumps in this tricky transition phase.
Well, that's true. In fact, CM for the first time has said no, is not showing any signs of a revolt. Let's go back to 2010, 2011. How the Chief Minister back then, the same Yediyurappa, had flexed his muscle and squeezed the High Command and making them to agree with Sadananda Gowda. That is his choice to be the next Chief Minister, but it's not working this time. The High Command is a different High Command, and Yediyurappa is quite old as well. He's closer to 8 years old. Now he's on record, has said that he has no suggestions for the next Chief Minister of Karnataka. The High Command will decide it on record at least, but definitely he will flex his muscle within the four walls of the party, where he will at least have suggestions that, like we picked up from our sources, he has put forward a non-Lingayat face to be the CM. He's also worried about his son's future. We saw one of his sons, the Shimoga MP, Mr. Raghavendra, accompany his father to Raj Bhavan here during the time of resignation. So Chief Minister is also worried about his son's future. If at all a Lingayat CM takes over, that person will be the face of Lingayat community for the next 10 to 15 years. What will happen to my sons? And the legacy of Yediyurappa should be taken forward through his family. That's the thing on his mind right now. But the High Command will make the final call. He knows it as well. Till the last moment, we did hear that Yediyurappa is trying to bargain with the High Command, but it was unsuccessful. The last nail in the coffin was the 500 seers trying to rally behind Yediyurappa and garner some support. It didn't go down with the High Command. Remember, we did report just 2 days back that High Command pulled up the Chief Minister for flexing his muscles and consolidating the Lingayat vote bank. And we have once again proved right that the next morning he came out and said that everyone should cooperate with the process. He's waiting for a message and he will agree with the terms and conditions of the High Command. And today was the D-Day for him. And after having tears on the stage in Vidhan Sabha, he has tendered his resignations, and it has been accepted as well.
In fact,
so it has been officially announced that he is the former Chief Minister of Karnataka, Bhukankare Siddhalingappa Yediyurappa.